Hello, this is a 192K concrete factory that Shinji and I made together.
Hello.
It was designed for Hamper and Floppy's 6-game tick concrete duper, but it's also compatible with the color swapper that I made that is the same speed. So this is the duper running. As you can see, it's pretty compact, and it has very little loss because of the way the TNT blast chamber is made. So this is the layout that the concrete factory uses. It uses silly string to delete the obsidian platform as it generates. And then since there's no obsidian platform, we have this piston here to prevent the player from falling into the factory. But then when it starts running, this piston retracts. And then we have this slider here that pushes the sand over. And this piston pushes it into the corner where they enter the loop and then they get pushed around, converting one at a time until they all get converted. And then these pistons here, as the concrete is converting, will pull the concrete out and then push it down to the TNT. And then this last one here, we have this piston because we can't fit another sticky piston in here. That just pushes it over and then pushes the concrete down into a circle formation so that the TNT can all blow it up.
So to fit space in the actual machine, we actually ended up putting the TNT on the side over here, and we dupe it here, and then we launch it into the space. It shoots every 23 game tick, and that's so that the TNT can take turns blowing up each little row of blocks when that block is in block 36. And this is because these push every 6 game tick. It eventually makes its way around the full circle, take turns blowing every single row of block up in block 36 to prevent the TNT from being unable to blow up some of the blocks so that there are no blocks left behind. One last thing here is that we prevent the TNT from being able to go to other spots by putting fence gates so that it's always in this one block every time. And then to align the TNT, we use a piston to push and squish the TNT against this block to make sure that the TNT is always in the exact same position every time.
There's a very specific way that you have to make the string for this to work. It is directional, so you want to make sure that this way is facing north. So in the schematic, the beacon is going to be facing north. And then wherever there's a light gray concrete, you want to just left click with a shear on that block. And then just do it slowly so that you don't accidentally break the string. And then that's how you make the string.
So to prevent the player from falling through even when the duper is running, we placed a glazed terracotta under the slime, and we also give the player jump boost so that the player is able to jump out whenever necessary.
You get stuck in here and then jump out. One of the cool things about this concrete factory is the startup sequence. So by default, this piston's pushed out so the player can't fall into the concrete factory. But then when we turn it on, we can see that there's a whole bunch of items left here that get stuck on the block, and then this lava just removes them when it turns on. And then when you turn it on, or after it's running, there's no items left behind. So that's pretty cool.
So the main issue with putting the sand so close to the rest of the machine is it falling too fast and running into some of the circuitry. To solve this, we decided to put the sand on block 36 to prevent it from falling any further, and then move it to the corner of the machine where it is later processed. To do this, we put a slider with soul sand because it's less than a block, constantly at block 36 with a slime block to move it over so that it can be transferred to the rest of the machine very quickly. Here's a quick demonstration on how that would work in the actual machine.
The factory can also be set into powder mode just by flicking this switch right here. And then if I turn it on, you can see that the powder just falls straight through and then gets broken by this trapdoor and doesn't get converted. Thank you for watching and have a good day.
Yes, thank you. Bye bye.